This one's called factorising quadratic trinomials by inspection. So quadratic is just the highest power is x squared, okay? And trinomial just means it's got three terms. Tri as in three, nomial as in numbers or terms. So something that looks a bit like one term with an x squared, two terms with an x, and one with a number. So there's your three terms. That's a trinomial. And having the x squared means it as the highest power means it's quadratic. And it turns out, well, we've worked through expanding. If you have two brackets, x with x in each bracket, and you multiply them together using FOIL, so the first and the outer and the inner and the last term multiplication, you can end up with a term that looks like this. It's our standard quadratic. But how do you get backwards? And the trick here to think about is find factors of the last term, or c, if it's a x squared plus bx plus c, so of the last term c, that add to give the second term, which is your b term. Okay, so factors, in this case, factors of 12 that add to give 7, and that's what they are. So here's a factor of 12, these two, 3 times 4 is 12, and plus 3 added to plus 4 gives you plus 7. So it's pretty straightforward. You just need to have a little bit of a system. So we'll do some examples and hopefully you'll see it. So here's one. Factorise x squared plus 9x plus 20. Now I like to use kind of a little x here. It's helpful later when they get a little bit more complex. What are factors of x? So it's 1x squared, so there's only going to be one. We won't worry about the x itself, but just the number that goes into x. What about factors of 20? Well, there are a few, and it's plus 20, remember. So let's see, we can have 1 and 20, but hang on, is it minus or plus? There could be either. Well, let's just say, what if we have plus 1 plus 20, or other factors, we could have the minus version. Minus 1 times minus 20 still gives you plus 20. Or what about what about 2 and 10? So you could have plus 2 plus 10, or minus 2 minus 10, or what about 5 and 4? So 5 and 4 are also factors of 20, but you could have the plus, 2 pluses, or 2 minuses. Okay, and the thing is, we want to see which ones add together to give us the middle term. So plus 1 and plus 20, we add those, we get plus 21, so that's no good. Minus 1 and minus 20, we add those together, we get, minus 21. Plus 2 and plus 10, add them together, we get plus 12. Minus 12, plus 9, minus 9. And the one we're after is the plus 9 term. Okay? So that's how we write it. We factorise that as x plus 5 multiplied by x plus 4. And you can check that by expanding using FOIL. Just change colour for some variation. Let's try the next one. So factors of x, 1x is just 1. What about factors of 6? Plus 6, well, we can have 1 and 6, but hang on. Instead it's the plus ones. Plus 1 times plus 6. So what about minus 1 times minus 6? Or we've got plus 2 plus 3, or minus 2 and minus 3. Or, well, that's about enough for now. So let's just see how they add up. 7, minus 1, minus 7, plus 2 and plus 3 is plus 5, or minus 5. And the middle term is a minus 5. This is the one we like. So it factorises as x minus 2, x minus 3. You can check that by expanding. I won't do that here, but I'll leave that for you. And finally, let's try this one, which is a last example. Again, factors of x are 1. What about factors of 8? Of minus 8. So factors of 8 are 1 and 8, but we want a minus. So remember, mixed terms give you a minus. So one of these has to be a minus, the other a plus. So we could either have plus 1 and minus 8, or we could have minus 1 and plus 8. We could have 2 and 4 are also factors, so we can have plus 2 and minus 4, or minus 2 and plus 4. And let's just see which ones add together. So plus 1 minus 8 gives us minus 7. Minus 1 plus 8 gives us plus 7. Plus 2 minus 4 gives us minus 2. Or minus 2 plus 4 gives us plus 2. And the middle term is plus 2, so it has to be this last combination. And so this one factorises as x minus 2, x plus 4. Try to expand these and you'll see how it works, and try a few of your own.